Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft. We're here at Spawn right now, standing in front of the Emporium. Last episode, we finally showed this thing off and uh, had a full playthrough of it. If you haven't seen that, it's basically a full action adventure game that I made in Minecraft. Took a long time to make, but it's done now. So yeah, go check out that episode if you want to see the gameplay of it if you haven't already. But along those lines, at the end of that episode, uh, there is some prizes you can win at the end of the game. And one of the secret prizes you can win are unique cards for my other game here, Deck Destroyer, which is a card game that I've made in Minecraft. I also have an episode showcasing this game as well if you look through my playlist. But the reason why we need to come in here is because in the guidebook here, there's some new abilities we need to add. So there's four of them. All four of the special cards that you can win as secret prizes from the Emporium, they all have unique abilities. So I just need to quickly update this guidebook really quick and yeah, explain what the new abilities are, and then we will move on with the today's project. Okay, I've noticed I've gotten in the habit of saying a lot, so I'm gonna try my hardest to not say So sorry in advance if I say it a lot. See, I just said it right now. But anyways, we are done with the updated guidebook. Uh, I'm doing it again. Dang it. This is gonna be a struggle. This is what I get for only recording once a month recently. I'm out of practice. But anyways, so there was actually only 3 abilities that are new in this uh, guidebook, because the 4th card prize that you can win in the Emporium is actually an action card, which, in case you're wondering, allows the player to look at the opponent's deck and hand. So, I know I'm saying and a lot right after I said that, but I I don't want to point it out every time I say it. Anyways, this clip is ruined, but I'm gonna keep it anyways. The new abilities are Imbue is one of them, which allows any ally card placed directly next to this card, not including corners, gets +1 in attack and defense. So if I place a card, if I have like a card here, then a card, any of my cards here, 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 or here, as long as they are currently there, get boosted stats. Automate, which will immediately after placing this card on the board, you may place any additional card on the board from your hand as long as you have enough sacrifice points without using up one of your actions. So you basically get a bonus action. And lastly, Ignite. If a card is killed or sacrificed, if this card is killed or sacrificed, heal 1 HP and put this card on the sacrifice board. So all of these abilities are kind of meant to be really strong, maybe overpowered. The reason why is because we're nearing the end of the lifespan of this world, or at least we are approaching starting a new world on Java Edition, which I've talked about in a couple previous episodes. So I kind of am giving end game cards here, but we'll see how powerful they actually end up being. That is, if people actually get them and play with these. Now, Samwise, who played the Emporium in the playthrough that I posted last time, he did get one of the cards, and in probably the next episode, or at the very least sometime soon, I'm going to do a mini game marathon where we kind of play a bunch of, hopefully all of them, all of the mini games that we've made on this world, just to show them off one more time, because sometimes we'll make these games and then they get played once, which is fine. That's enough for me, especially just making them is most of the fun. But it's always nice to be able to, use the thing you make more often. So one of the games that we're going to play is this, if I can see it, this battle arena oil rig down there. And then we have, of course, the card game here. We also have a parkour challenge called The Pit that I made. Samwise has his game right there. Castle Run. This is kind of a long form game, and so is the castle, so I don't know if either of those will actually be in the episode. But we also have, what else? The sheep game that I made called Fluffy Frenzy. And there's probably a couple more that I'm forgetting, but yeah, we will play that. It'll be fun. But today's episode has to do with these guys right here, the Montezus. So we're here at my base, and I was thinking about a comment that was left on my last episode by Jake Kelton Crafts. He recently uploaded a video about him making a statue for a build competition that he was doing, which is really cool, by the way. You should check it out if you are interested. However, he replied to a comment that I posted saying that I said that I kind of wanted to make a statue, and he said that these guys are basically statues here in my base. And while I do consider these guys, or at least the intention when I was building these was that they were supposed to be like, I guess, living creatures, although they're made out of stone. They're static, so they kind of do look like statues, but it would be cool to make a proper statue version of one of these, like a monument of sorts, I guess, memorializing my base here, as I guess these are kind of like the face of my base. So I was thinking at spawn somewhere we could make basically an all stone version or something like that, of one of these guys on like a pedestal, and put a little monument thing there. I don't really know exactly. I just have an image in my head. I don't even know if I really have a good reason actually to make a monument other than the probably end of this world is coming kind of soon. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then we'll see. We'll go to spawn and we'll look around and see where would be a good place to put it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so after looking around spawn for a little bit, I have two places in mind where a statue could possibly go. One of which is on this little mound here. I would just flatten out this a little bit and I could build it here, because it's not going to be too big of a statue, assuming that it's the same size as the Montezus at my base. The other place that it could go is, and I don't have as specific of a spot for this one, but somewhere past, in this area here, just past the Halloween town. And the reason why I say this is because this is kind of an area of spawn that is less filled out so far. But I'm leaning towards this little hill up here, mostly because this is kind of like unofficially my area of spawn. I don't know if it necessarily was intentional originally or not, because anyone is allowed to build wherever they want at spawn. But this is my build, this is my build. Pretty much all of these here are all builds that I made, so I kind of just started making this whole little area, up till the castle, of course, is Samwise's. So yeah, maybe it would be fitting to put it right there up on the hill. The only thing I am concerned about that we might have to think about is I don't love having the backdrop of this being, well, I don't even know. Maybe the backdrop will be good, but I'm concerned that the backdrop will make it so that the statue just blends in and you can't see it very well. And I do want it to stand out at least a little bit. So I think I'm going to worry about the statue first and just build it, and then if it doesn't mesh well with the background, we might have to either get rid of this dirt patch here and replace it with snow, or vice versa, get rid of some of the snow and replace it with dirt or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get building. I'm gonna start by making a little flat base, I think, and then we'll put the statue on top of it, and yeah, we'll see how it looks. Okay, just a real quick update on this base that I'm making. It's really small, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I do want to say I'm strategically making it a block and a half tall, because the Montezus at my base, they have on the underside of their feet, they have a slab that is like their hoof, but because of it being the top half of a block, they're always floating up half a block. They are flying creatures, but for the sake of a statue, I don't think they can fly. So because this base is a block and a half tall, it should be able to rest its hooves flat on the stand here. So I think it will work out very well. Okay, and the statue is done here. I do think I will get rid of this dirt patch on the mountain there. I brought some snow with me so I can replace it, and hopefully that will help it stand out a little better because it does blend in a little bit. Granted, it is nighttime right now, so we'll see if it looks any better in the daytime, and then I'll fly up there and give a closer look at it. But it was, yeah, really simple to make. I did have to adjust it in a few ways based compared to the actual ones at my base. Namely, the tail droops down at a different angle than, of course, if they're lower to the ground, like not on a stand, the tail hits the ground sooner and goes out farther. So that's a little different. Obviously, block choice was a little different. And then, yeah, I think on the ones I have at my base, I have buttons on the eyeballs, but I, for whatever reason, did not like it at all on this like that. So, yeah, I left them blank. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much straightforward. The only other next step is I want to add a sign here or something that says a little, I don't know, memorial is the wrong word because we're not losing anything, but like a remembrance, just like a, I don't even know. I don't even know the point of this in the first place other than I like my base, and this is to remember my base, even though I'm not technically losing my base, because we can still hop on this world anytime we want, even when we start the next world. But, anyways, we'll figure out something. But, yeah, I'm going to do my last little bit of work here on this mountain, and then we will call it an episode. There we go. I think that looks a little better with the snow evenly behind the statue. One little change we made is we changed the eyes from the lighter smooth stone blocks to the deep slate blocks there. I think that's more in line with how the actual uh, Montezus are at my base. But yeah, one finishing touch before we add the sign is I keep having to break this snow on the top of it. I thought these candles would melt it, but it keeps appearing. So I'm just going to lay down some string over the full block areas. So I guess here as well. And then all along the top here. And I think that's all of the spots where snow could spawn. I guess here as well. And here. Okay. And for a sign, I'm going to very originally say Montezuma MC. If you have something better I should put here, let me know. I'm feeling uninspired and I didn't think before I started this clip about what I would say, so that's what it's going to be for now. Yes, if you have any better ideas, let me know. We can totally change it. Um, But otherwise, I think that is it for today's episode. It was just a little short and sweet one, as opposed to last episode was something like 4 hours where I did the whole gameplay of that. So again, yeah, if you are interested in uh, looking at my big project that I made, check out the last episode I uploaded a couple days ago. I'm really proud of it and hope some people can uh, check it out or getting inspired from it. But otherwise, I've got some work to do at my base, putting away all the shulker boxes that I made a mess of when I was building that. So I'm gonna go do that. Until next time, have a good day though. Bye.